SEC issues Wells notice to Robinhood. American fintech broker Robinhood has come under scrutiny from the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. The regulator has issued a Wells notice to the platform. A Wells notice indicates that the SEC has conducted an investigation during which it found violations in the platform's operations. Typically, it serves as a warning of the regulator's plans to bring charges against the company. According to documents, the Commission may file a lawsuit against Robinhood's cryptocurrency division for violating securities law. After several years of good faith efforts to obtain clarity from the SEC on regulatory issues, we are disappointed by the agency's latest action, the Wells notice related to our cryptocurrency business in the United States. We firmly believe that the assets listed on our platform are not securities. We look forward to engaging with the SEC to demonstrate how weak any case against Robinhood's cryptocurrency division would be, both factually and legally, stated Dan Gallagher, Chief Legal, Regulatory, and Corporate Affairs Officer at Robinhood Markets Incorporated. Last February, Robinhood already received a court subpoena from the American regulator. The fintech broker's cryptocurrency division allows users to trade and sell digital assets such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and Shiba Inu. In 2022, Robinhood also introduced its own non-custodial crypto wallet. Initially, it was available only to users of the iOS system, but in March this year, the company expanded support to Android. Amid the news, Robinhood's stock price fell nearly 7% to $17.56, according to MarketWatch. In April, the American regulator issued a Wells notice to the decentralized exchange, DX, Uniswap. The SEC is not satisfied that the trading platform's protocol, as a web application and wallet, does not meet the legal definition of an exchange or securities broker. The Commission's actions caused the native token of the ecosystem, Uni, to plummet more than 20% within hours. In response to the lawsuit from the agency, Uniswap decided to increase the swap fees on its platform interface by about 67%, from 0.15% to 0.25%. The project team explained that the DEX now needs to ensure sustainable financing for its operations. One of the ways was increasing the fees. This spring, the SEC also targeted the Ethereum Foundation, which is behind the development of infrastructure for the second-largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization. Some experts believe that in this way, the regulator is taking steps to resolve the status of ETH as a security. Bernstein, we can name the reasons and date for Bitcoin reaching $150,000. The state of the digital asset market shows a sufficient number of signs of future growth, believes Bernstein. The recent correction to a local low of approximately $57,000 effectively eliminated excessive leverage on futures contracts on crypto exchanges. The short-term correction indicates a healthy growth cycle for the asset's value, which is still in the early stages. At the same time, the risk-reward ratio remains attractive for all categories of investors, Bernstein believes. Additional factors that could favorably affect the future market value of BTC, according to Bernstein, include a stable hash rate and high transaction fees after the halving, as well as growing institutional interest in shares of mining companies and low prices for BTC mining equipment. Chinese experts outline Bitcoin's advantages. Over the years, China has been a magnet for investors, traders, and Bitcoin miners, and in 2013, the country introduced a ban on activities related to cryptocurrency. However, the ban was not complete, so Bitcoin has been in circulation in China for many years. Alongside this, the People's Republic has actively participated in researching and developing blockchain technology, as best evidenced by the publication of national Web3 development plans at the end of 2023. In 2024, China intends to continue developing a comprehensive system for managing cryptocurrencies, as well as defining the status of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is officially recognized as property in China. In particular, the People's Procuratorate of Nanjing will attempt to determine whether Bitcoin is property and whether it can be subject to laws concerning property crimes. Currently, the overwhelming majority of experts have concluded that Bitcoin indeed has value and should be considered property. Concurrently, discussions are ongoing about how it should be handled and how best to protect people who have suffered financial losses due to BTC theft. The current status of Bitcoin is such: it is not completely banned, is not contraband, and can be sold and has economic value, summarized Colin Wu. Kenyan president invites Marathon Digital leadership to assist in regulating mining. President William Ruto announced that he plans to visit with businessmen, including United States Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo. The Kenyan authorities specifically want expert advice from Marathon Digital on how much electricity local mining companies should consume to avoid damaging the country's energy system. Previously, former Central Bank of Kenya, CBK, Governor Patrick Njoroge was categorically against cryptocurrencies. He consistently warns citizens against using digital assets and once described the idea of converting the country's reserves to bitcoins as absurd. After Njoroge left his position as CBK governor, the Kenyan authorities focused on exploring the possibilities of regulating cryptocurrency use. A complete ban was taken off the agenda. Last year, the government involved the Blockchain Association of Kenya in developing laws that would regulate the activities of virtual asset service providers, VASP. In 2023, William Ruto signed a finance law that includes a 3% tax on the transfer and exchange of cryptocurrencies. The Blockchain Association of Kenya criticized the document, stating that different approaches should be applied to NFTs, token shares, stablecoins, and utility tokens. Bitcoin price increased by 12,464% over 10 years, outperforming Amazon and Google stocks. Over the past decade, the price of Bitcoin has increased by a staggering 12,464%, surpassing technology giants such as Amazon, Alphabet Inc., and Netflix. On May 3, analyst Colin Wu, better known as Wu Blockchain, shared the results of his study comparing the performance of Bitcoin with the stocks of 9 major technology companies. The figures indicate confident growth of the digital asset, further solidifying its reputation as a powerful investment tool. According to the study, Nvidia shares led with an even more impressive growth of 17,797%, thanks to the company's advanced graphics processors and semiconductor devices. The fact that Bitcoin took second place, representing a highly volatile market, is a real achievement that highlights the significant influence and potential of the asset in the financial ecosystem. The Wu Blockchain team compiled data on the cumulative price increase of BTC and stocks of the 9 largest technology companies over the past 10 years, including Google, Meta, Apple, Netflix, Amazon, etc. BTC took second place, showing a growth of 12,464%. The first place went to Nvidia, whose shares increased by 17,797%, wrote Colin Wu. The transformation of the investment landscape includes the cumulative growth of BTC and stocks of major technology companies. Despite the volatility and uncertainty inherent in cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin's impressive growth trajectory over the last decade demonstrates its resilience and potential as a viable investment tool. Given that investors are now actively diversifying their portfolios and looking for ways to achieve potentially high returns, the results of this analysis serve as a valuable benchmark, highlighting the outstanding dynamics not only of traditional technology company stocks but also of modern digital assets like Bitcoin. The convergence of traditional finance and digital assets, made possible by technological innovations driving markets forward, opens up new opportunities for investors to benefit in the near future. Market capitalization shuffle of the Magnificent Seven recently, Nvidia's stock price showed a positive trajectory, rising above the 50-day moving average and providing a stable price base with a buy point at 974. Google maintained upward momentum after a positive earnings report, while Meta experienced a significant price drop, falling below the 50-day moving average on April 24. Tesla's shares, in turn, jumped above this key technical level, thanks to a strong earnings report. Amazon's shares showed a similar dynamic. All this led to a significant change in the market capitalization ranking of leading technology companies, often called the Magnificent Seven. Microsoft surpassed Apple in market capitalization, and now its share in the Nasdaq index is 9.5%, while Apple's share is 8.6%. Nvidia, with a market capitalization share of 6.9%, overtook Alphabet with 6.6% and Amazon with 6.2%. Meanwhile, Meta's share dropped to 3.6%. These market movements also affected the aggregate ratings of these companies. Apple's rating fell to 53, despite recent profit growth. This reshuffle reflects the unstable, though dynamic nature of technology stocks and market valuations. Despite recent market downturns and significant reductions in block mining rewards, experts remain optimistic about the long-term prospects of Bitcoin. The limited supply of Bitcoin, capped at 21 million coins, remains a crucial factor that continues to enhance its value. Looking ahead, industry insiders believe that despite the likelihood of short-term fluctuations, Bitcoin's long-term trajectory looks promising. As Bitcoin continues to compete with and even outperform the stocks of major technology companies, its role as a transformative asset in the investment landscape becomes increasingly evident.